But the interesting thing too, and I just want to share this screen, is the fact that cyber threats are constant, just like these incessant calls that come in throughout the day. This is a real problem.
It is a real problem. And unfortunately, it's not being reported enough. The media is so focused on the big ones like solar winds, Chaosa, which was the one that just happened. They're forgetting about the little ones that hit, every, what, I think the last statistic had it at 8.4 seconds that somebody gets hit.
Well, according to this, it depends on what the geography is of that. This is a real-time map right now. It's talking about, you can see a lot of things are coming into the United States.
Yep.
And we can actually zoom in and see more detail of that if we choose, and actually see, where these things are happening. I'm probably screwing up FireEye's map here a little bit, but even the quantity of these, and it's no surprise that they're coming from everywhere to everywhere. I mean, cyber intelligence, cyber espionage, countries are spying on each other all the time. And the thing with the internet to date is that every message on the internet that's transmitted is broadcast to every place else on the internet. It's only listened to by the target machines that it's intended for. But the reality is, it's like a radio. People don't understand. It's like a radio station. You don't control who hears it, and you have even less control over where it spreads. And then in these cases, even if the data is encrypted, the fact that they can even recognize from the message header where it's coming from and where it's going, that's an issue.
It is.
So these protocols go all the way back. A lot of people don't realize this, right, Josh? That these protocols that have really driven the internet for the last uh, 50 years of development are really based on ham radio protocols from World War II.
Exactly. Yeah, and there are a lot of them outdated, but it's gotten so big that it's just impossible to update it. There was a quote from actually a comic book creator, Alan Moore, who had said the reason that he ends his stories is eventually his creation becomes so big that it takes a life of its own, and he no longer feels in control. And that's kind of how the internet has become, is that it's become so big that it's taken on a life of its own, and there's no control over it.
Certainly regulatory issues, but it's the idea of you being a sovereign individual. You now have a radio broadcasting license on every phone, tablet, and computer, and you're spreading that information out there. And I'm not even talking about the stuff you see on social media. I'm just talking about a keystroke. That's being broadcast to the world, and it happens, on the order of milliseconds. And people don't realize that by doing that, they literally are putting themselves at risk. They make themselves vulnerable and exposed. And that brings us back to your movement from trust technology management and servicing systems and servicing people and providing advice to this inspiration of Archai Solutions